Love him or hate him, you'll still see him everywhere. We're talking about the world's most controversial millionaire, Andrew Tate. How did he make his first million? How many businesses does he own? And where does he like spending his money? Let's find out. Was Andrew Tate born rich? How'd he make his first $1 million? Did you know that his actual first name isn't Andrew? That's right. The social media celebrity was born Emory Andrew Tate III, son of Emory Andrew Tate Jr. and Eileen Tate in 1986. His father was a retired U.S. Air Force sergeant, and his mother worked as a catering assistant. Another interesting fact here is that Tate Jr. was a celebrated chess master, and his son followed in his footsteps, competing with adults at the age of just 5. The couple moved around in the United States with their 3 children until Eileen relocated with the kids to her native England following a messy split in 1997. There's no indication that the Tate family was rich. They had enough to live a decent life, but that was just about it. Reports also suggest that Tate's father was largely absent from their lives following the divorce. Chess didn't take, and Tate soon shifted his focus to kickboxing. While he did go on to become a decently celebrated athlete, this wasn't enough to pay the bills. During this time, Tate claimed that he lived on whatever he could, spending as little money as possible and working a side job as a telemarketer. He called the job uninspiring, but said that it was enough to pay the bills. Tate's claims that he struggled initially are accurate, but he soon found a more lucrative and controversial way to make money.
And I was a kickboxing world champion, but kickboxing's not boxing, right?
Yeah.
So I'd make like $100,000 a fight. You fight 2 or 3 times a year. You pay 20% to your manager. You pay taxes, but you're not rich. And I didn't consider myself rich, like 30, 40 grand chunks, twice a year, maybe 3 times a year, and living in London rents, need a car. You're trying, you're not rich in any way. And that's actually the reason I retired, because I woke up one day and I thought, I'm giving 6 hours a day of absolute focus and energy to this. And I believe I'm smart enough that if I put that much tenacity into something else, I can be a multimillionaire. I truly believed that. I was like, I've realized now I've reached the pinnacle of kickboxing. My choice is either to change over to MMA, which I was offered to do earlier in my career, but at the time, the kickboxing contract paid more money. I had to pay the bills, so I went kickboxing.
So after his kickboxing career ended, Tate and his brother Tristan started a webcam modeling business operating outside of Romania. At its peak, their company had hired over 75 women, turning over $500,000 every month. It's not like Tate hid the fact that he was operating this webcam business when he first broke into mainstream fame, but it wasn't exactly information he'd always share either. Today, we know a whole lot more about the operations because of investigations by Romanian authorities, alleging that Tate and Tristan had employed most of the models through coercion or lover boy tactics. Of course, the brothers have denied that claim, becoming Andrew Tate. In 2016, Tate was featured on season 17 of the British reality show Big Brother. He wasn't a household name by this point, but those who recognized him knew him as a world champion in kickboxing. Yes, Tate was a controversial character in the show, but that would follow the premise of reality television. Still, he was booted out when a video of him hitting a woman with a belt emerged. Although both parties later released statements that the actions in the video were consensual, Big Brother maintained its stance. The silver lining here was that the fame or infamy from his brief stint on television served as the launching pad for his social media career. He started becoming a minor celebrity on platforms such as Twitter and Instagram, where he promoted himself as someone who had real-world knowledge on dating, how the female mind worked, and how to become the ultimate man. Tate had followers, that's for sure, but he also had a whole lot of critics. Now he was already making more than enough money through the webcam business back in Romania.
I first made my millions of dollars. The first time I ever became a millionaire was with Webcam Studio.
But it was around 2017 or 2018 that Tate also founded Hustlers University. It was an online subscription platform offering modules on crypto, copywriting, e-commerce, stock trading, fitness, and dating advice. Later rebranded as The Real World in 2022. Hosted primarily through Discord, it employed an affiliate-style model where members earned commissions by recruiting others. The base subscription cost was about $49.99 a month. A Reddit user, citing Romanian court filings, claimed that the subscription platform earned Tate upwards of $11 million when he blew up from 2020 to 2022. CoinCodex estimated 113,000 or more students, yielding about $5.65 million per month. In August 2023, Romanian authorities pegged combined earnings from Hustlers University and the War Room at around $5 million monthly. Speaking of him becoming a social media celebrity, Tate started speaking exclusively on topics such as wealth, power, women, and masculinity, often in a way that led to significant backlash. Clips from Tate's podcast would be shared on platforms such as TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram, leading the social media celeb to be kicked off several platforms before his accounts were eventually reinstated. What might be interesting is that while Tate is best known for his podcasting, there's no real evidence that he made any money from it. Brands wouldn't sponsor him, and he isn't believed to have charged a fee, or at least not a substantial amount, when he appeared on anyone else's podcasts either. Social media wasn't where Tate Tate made his money. And if he did, it was through people sharing and resharing his clips over and over again. Andrew Tate's net worth. What does he like spending money on? A lot of Andrew Tate's claims have been considered suspect, but we can assure you that he is, in fact, a millionaire. Although official reports on what his actual net worth is varies across different agencies and platforms. According to Romanian authorities who've launched full-fledged investigations into Tate, his businesses, and his assets, his net worth is somewhere around $12.3 million. Meanwhile, some independent sources claim that it's actually way more than that, because he does have several offshore accounts the authorities aren't taking into consideration. A fair bet would be that Tate is worth somewhere between $12 and $20 million. His home reflects his wealth, a massive 21,500 square foot mansion in Bucharest, Romania. The property is a sprawling warehouse conversion compound situated in an industrial residential zone with high privacy and security. Tate purchased the home in 2017 for roughly $700,000. Over the next years, he poured in over $30 million to transform it into his signature luxury lair. The home features a double-gated, glass-lined pool and full workout space. Of course, it includes at least one sound studio where he films his emergency meeting podcasts. Now, everyone's probably wondering the same thing. Why Romania? One, it's where his business is located, and Tate stated he preferred countries with moral fiber beyond the dollar, praising Romania's sense of freedom and lower regulation. There's one more feature we forgot to mention in his massive mansion. There, of course, had to be an enormous garage that holds all of his supercars. Yes, they're all worth more than what most people can make in years, but the crown jewel of his collection would have to be the £5 million Bugatti Chiron. It's the sort of car you'd expect Tate to pull up in. The Chiron boasts a quad-turbocharged W16 engine that delivers jaw-dropping acceleration, effortlessly surpassing most supercars on the planet. But beyond raw speed, it's a symbol of elite craftsmanship. Every inch of the car is customizable, from the hand-stitched leather interior to the polished carbon fiber bodywork. The Chiron is built in limited numbers, ensuring exclusivity. And last, but certainly not least, Tate likes to spend money on something he believes everyone should be investing in: cryptocurrency. Tate's talked about his crypto journey several times, claiming he started in 2018 when the industry was still in its early stages.
I think it was the first bull run. I can't remember if it was 2016. When did Bitcoin first go to 20,000? Was that 2016?
I feel like 2016, 2017.
Yeah, that bull run. I was in at 3,000 then. And then there was the COVID crash where it went back down to 4,000. And I put a public tweet out saying I'm buying 500,000 at that price.
Really?
I'd been in crypto for a while. I've been in Ethereum since $200. I made the most money on PancakeSwap.
He even offers courses on Hustlers University for people to learn how to invest and trade in crypto, calling it the secret to getting rich in the modern world. He even claimed that he was able to buy himself property in Qatar through his earnings in crypto. All in all, yes, Andrew Tate is a controversial figure, but he's right about one claim. He has been able to make millions through his operations, and his financial portfolio is expansive. Whether you like him or not, you have to admit that he's onto something. What do you think about Andrew Tate? Let us know in the comments. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more.